What if I told you that I discovered a way to hack the YouTube algorithm to get more people on your channel and more people considering the offers in your business? Would you be interested? That's what I'm covering in this video. If we haven't met yet, my name is Brandon. This is Creator Fuel, the place where I help people like you build freedom-fueled online businesses. Take what you know and turn it into income. So I run two online businesses. One is Creator Fuel, the one you're on right now. And the second one, my other one, is Preach and Lead. And it's on that channel where I used what I'm going to talk about today, this tactic to get in 19 days, 431,000 views. Now, up until that point, I only had 159,000 views, which, it might sound like a lot, but that was over the course of 76 videos and years upon years of work. And if you average that out, that comes out to be about 2,000 views per video. Now, not every one of my videos got that many, but some of them, obviously performed better than others. That's typical on any YouTube channel. So I'm sure you're wondering, what did I do to blow my channel up and get 431,000 views in a matter of 19 days? What did I do? Well, it's something that my friend Lane Sebring calls trend hacking. It's something I learned from him. Now, what is trend hacking? Trend hacking is where you take a popular news item, an event, a video, or something that is getting people talking in your niche. You make a video about it and you share your perspective. For me, it was something that happened at a Christian conference between two different pastors. And since my niche is all about helping pastors preach and lead better, it was a great case study for me to create to show people the difference between healthy leadership and dysfunctional leadership, specifically pastoral leadership. So it was trending in my niche, and I had something to say about it. So all in all, I made a total of 3 different videos about different aspects of what had happened. And at this point today, currently on June 13th, 2024, video 1 sitting at 279,000 views, video 2 is sitting at 121,000 views, and video 3 has 53,000 views. And just during that first 19 days of those videos being published, I gained over 3,600 subscribers to my YouTube channel. And this is the most important thing. I was able to gain over 1,000 email subscribers from these videos. So you might be wondering, is this something that you can do? Or if so, if it is, how can you do it? Well, I want to go over a few different things. These are just easy bullet points for you to follow. And really, it just comes down to making this a priority in your channel. So number 1, start making a list of popular websites that are related to your niche and bookmark them in your browser. The second thing is subscribe to popular channels. You probably already do this, but subscribe to popular YouTube channels in your niche. And then thirdly, make sure you're following people who talk about similar things as you do. Follow them on social media, whether that be on Instagram or X/Twitter or Facebook, whatever social channels your niche is specifically, like the people on there are really talking about those things. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're in whatever spaces other people in your niche are on and talking about the things that you talk about on your channel. Make sure you're there. And it's basically the internet equivalent of the water cooler, right? That's where, for me, it's X. I know that Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, there are people, pastors, and church leaders who are on there talking about things related to church leadership. And so that's where I am. I make sure that I'm following what's going on. For you, it might be something different, but whatever the platform, make sure you're there. And then just check those areas often. And here's the key. Experiment and execute. That means make videos and repeat. So experiment, execute, and repeat. So here's the thing. You might find something you think, oh, this would be a really good video idea. Let me talk about this. I'm going to try this trend hacking thing that Brandon at Creator Fuel talked about. Cool. Try it. It may work. It may not. But the important thing is that you're trying. Now, what about the tech that is required to make this actually happen? What do we need to have? Well, for me, I use a combination of either for recording my screen, because I'm usually responding to a video or to an article. I find that if you are responding to a video, it's the most engaging, obviously, right? It's not just reading text, but reading text, whatever. It depends on the idea or what the actual thing is. It might be fine. But what I tend to use to record the video is either ScreenFlow or Loom. Both of those are great options. In addition, I either use, since I'm Mac-based, sometimes I'll just use my iPhone as my like webcam because it provides better video than my regular webcam does. Or I use my Sony ZV-1, which is what I'm recording this video on, which is my workhorse camera, and then I'll use ScreenFlow to edit the video. And it allows me to move things around, and it's designed for screen recorded videos, which is usually what I'm doing when I'm making one of these videos. So, like, think about it. Like, what would be an interesting idea for you? Maybe there's a popular person in your niche that you disagree with them on some specific thing. Make a video about it. One of the things that my friend Lane did that has one of his most popular videos on his channel is making a video on Dave Ramsey. He basically has this like funny skit to open it up, but then he basically makes the argument that Dave Ramsey, while he offers great advice for the majority of people, if you are someone who wants to really build substantial wealth, then you need to do what Dave Ramsey does versus what he says to do. And what does Dave Ramsey do? Well, he built a business based on information, and he has free content that goes out, and then he sells his courses on the back end, right? It's the same thing that I teach and that he teaches on his channel that I teach also here at Creator Fuel, is how to turn your information that you know, your knowledge, into income by selling courses, digital products, membership sites, etc. So maybe for you, there's somebody in your niche that you have a disagreement with on a certain topic or something like that related to what you talk about. Make a video about it. Try it out. Maybe there's a breaking news item related to your niche. And that's, again, where those websites, those YouTube channels, the social media platforms, where those can come in handy, and then you make a video about it. Or here's another idea. This isn't really like necessarily like a trend in the case of like a breaking news item, but maybe there's a perspective that people in your niche have. They believe a certain thing, a certain way about something, and you believe the complete opposite. Well, that's counterintuitive advice about something that people may not expect, and it's something that is maybe gets talked about in your niche. Make a video about that. Try it out. Now, let me give you some tips for doing this well, because what you don't want is to have a bunch of views on a video that doesn't move people toward you as a customer in your business. Because at Creator Fuel, I'm not just interested in helping you get more YouTube views just for the sake of ad revenue. That's not the game that I'm trying to play, and that's not the game I advise you to play if you are kind of an educator-oriented YouTuber or you have a business on the back end of your channel, which is what I encourage and teach people how to do. So if you're making one of these videos, you need to make sure you're doing this well from the very beginning. So here's 6 tips that I want to give you to make sure that you're doing this right. Number 1, timing is really important. Like, you got to act quick on this when it's some kind of breaking news item, because if you follow other people in your niche, you're probably going to see a number of them doing this kind of thing. And if you wait days upon days after the thing happened, you're not going to be able to get the kind of traction that you would like to have in this video. Number 2, start with a good hook and a preview of what you're going to talk about. So get right into it. A good hook, a question or a sentence on what happened, and then preview, hey, in this video, we're going to talk about what happened, and here's some lessons I want to give you in response to it. I don't think many of us had this on our 2024 bingo card. Mark Driscoll gets tossed from stage at men's conference after calling them out for hiring a male pole dancer to open the conference. What? Yeah. In this video, we're going to talk about not only what happened, but maybe some lessons that we can learn. It can be that quick. You're in. Then here's the really important piece. Number 3, plug your lead magnet toward the beginning of your video. Hey, my name's Brandon, and this is this channel where I help people do this. And if that's you, then be sure to go to this link and get my lead magnet. You don't say that. Get my X whatever number guide to do these things, and I'll help you accomplish this thing. If we've never met before, my name's Brandon. This is Preach and Lead. Normally on this channel, I'm making videos for pastors and church leaders on how to preach faithfully and lead intentionally. So if that's something that you're interested in, then be sure to subscribe. And also, as a gift, my way of saying thanks for being on this video, if you're interested in it, obviously, you can go to preachandlead.com/guide and get your free 10-step guide to writing a sticky sermon. Make sure you promote your lead magnet at the beginning so that you don't just turn these YouTube views into views, but into subscribers and ultimately customers. Amen? Amen. Speaking of that, hey, if you are someone who wants to build an online business that fuels freedom, then be sure to go to creatorfuel.net/challenge to take the 7-day Build Your Online Business Challenge, where I'm going to help you go from maybe you don't have an idea of what you're trying to create, or maybe you do, but I'm going to help you build out your first, this is the end goal, build out your first offer or your next offer in your online business so that you can turn whatever platform, whatever thing you're creating on, you can turn that into an actual business that eventually leads you to be able to quit your 9-to-5 and go all in on online business. So go to creatorfuel.net/challenge and participate in the 7-day Build Your Online Business Challenge. Okay, number 4, just get right into what happened. Here's what happened. That's why people are clicking your video, okay? They're clicking your video likely to find out what happened, not necessarily on what your commentary is. Now, as you talk about what happened, you need to do what I'm going to say in number 5. You need to do this before you press record. Make sure you write down some key points you want to address in the video, because in the video, you're going to not only tell them what happened, but you're going to talk about your perspective on it. If you want to turn views into subscribers, into email subscribers, into customers, into loyal fans of what you do, then you need to have a perspective that you share with people as you talk about what happened. Here's what I think happened. Here's why I think this is this perspective, etc., etc., etc. Like, you have an opinion and you share it. And then number 6, this helps with the algorithm. This helps build discussion. This helps build momentum for your video. Ask the viewers a question and invite them to comment with their thoughts below. You can invite them to engage with your video, and that's obviously going to help the video get into the YouTube algorithm and get in front of more people. So I'm curious. Let me know in the comments below. Have you ever tried trend hacking on your YouTube channel? Let me know if you have, and be sure, like, I would love to see a link to one of the videos that you've done using this tactic. And if you haven't, let me know an idea that you might have to be able to do this on your channel. Give it a shot. Let me know how it goes. And before you go, be sure to check out this video where I'm going to talk more about that 7-day Build Your Online Business Challenge, because again, we don't want to just build YouTube channels. We want to build a business. So go right here. I'll see you in that video.